All right, everyone. Just a little progress update. I've got the podcast mic in the mail. I got that set up uh, with a nice little pop filter and everything. So we should have pretty good audio if I wanted to get started on the podcast a little early. However, I am still going to wait for the computer to come because it will have the processing power to be able to manage all of this. Whereas I'm just playing a video that's actually saved onto the computer right now, and it's still struggling. So, this is one of my hikes. It's in POV. I've removed the audio, but this is just an idea of what streaming is going to be looking like. And I'll probably be playing a lot of Skyrim when I'm not doing podcast episodes. Probably a couple of other games, but I'm really kind of a sucker for Skyrim. I can't find any other game that compares with it besides maybe the Grand Theft Autos. And so I'll play those and get into some trouble on Grand Theft Auto and have a good time. But yeah, so I got the podcast set up. I got new speakers. Just waiting on the actual PC to come. It's going to be the Skytech Gaming Company's Kronos model. It's got a lot more capabilities. It should be able to run any game I want to play fast enough to also capture and stream. As well as I have a better webcam coming tomorrow, I believe. And that'll have better quality video. So for at least this portion of me here, you'll be able to see it in better quality. I've got my green screen up. Since this camera's garbage, you can see I'm all grainy looking. I look maybe like an apparition or a ghost. Trust me, I'm not an apparition or a ghost. I am just an abomination. So follow along for more updates when I get new gear in. I'll be posting a video when that computer comes, because I really want to see it set up and see how it performs, and I'll show what it looks like coming out of the box. It's got lots of RGB lights on it because it is a gaming PC. Perhaps I'll figure out how to turn those lights off because, the extra bells and whistles not really my thing. I just want something that performs well. What you see here on the screen is Kings Mountain. It's a trailhead called Kings Mountain on Elk Mountain in Tillamook, Oregon, up the Wilson River Highway. It's a pretty steep incline, lots of water, very nice, very challenging. I had to stop probably about 2/3 of the way through, maybe half of the way through. I didn't get to the peak because it started raining, and I was concerned about the camera. So I'll go up there on a sunny day or something like that when the weather is better. There's still snow on the ground. It was cold as hell. I wasn't prepared for that. I just had like a regular long sleeve shirt and some jeans on. But it wasn't too bad. Once you get moving, you warm up and the cold doesn't really affect you. It was just the water I had to watch out for getting onto the camera and getting into the microphone and ruining my shit. So yeah, stay tuned. More updates are to come when new gear comes in and I get upgrades and figure out how to use them and all that. Especially the PC. Once the PC's in, I'm going to actually set up a podcast RSS and connect that to all my other websites and whatnot. So you'll be able to find my podcast anywhere. I don't want any limitations as far as that kind of thing goes. And I will be doing audio podcast and video podcast. So I'll just make a video recording and then I'll isolate the audio. So you have the option to, if you have a player that does play in background, that way you can put headphones in or whatever and listen to it that way. Or if you actually want to watch it, there will be video podcast on YouTube. I'll try to get it on Spotify. I think Spotify just does it exclusively for certain people that they've partnered with. I know Two Bears One Cave is on Spotify, but it doesn't have video. Whereas Joe Rogan podcast is exclusively on Spotify, and it does have video. So that may be a factor. But in places like YouTube, Rumble, OnlyFans, PH, Fansly, I have all those accounts, and I'll post the full videos there. And then those accounts, they'll all have a free tier, I believe. And maybe if there's something special that I'll be doing extra, I don't know if it's going into more depth on a topic or just showing my butthole on the internet. That will be behind a paywall. Because, no money, no honey. So, thanks for your time.